Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Casey, and listen up because this one's important. We're about to dive deep into the top 5 travel mistakes people make when visiting Switzerland. Stay tuned till the end to find out the biggest mistake travelers make in Switzerland. Trust me, you don't want to be that person. Switzerland is a dream destination, right? Chocolate mountains, cheese fondue dreams, the most beautiful train rides you've ever seen. But even seasoned travelers can make some common mistakes that can really put a damper on their trip. Let's make sure you don't. We're talking about avoiding those travel fails, saving you money, time, and a whole lot of headache. All right, first up, let's talk trains. Switzerland has an amazing train system, super efficient, super clean. You can get literally everywhere. You've probably heard those stories, but here's the catch. You've got to validate your ticket. And I don't mean just buying it online. I'm talking about physically stamping it at the station before you get on the train. I know, it sounds like a small thing, right? But trust me, those Swiss conductors, they mean business. I remember this one time I was rushing to catch a train, totally spaced on validating my ticket. Thought I could slip by, no big deal. Wrong. The conductor came by, checked my ticket, and bam, hit me with a hefty fine. I'm talking more than the cost of the actual ticket. It was brutal, man. And the worst part? It was totally avoidable. So do yourself a favor. Learn from my mistakes. Don't be that person trying to argue with the conductor in broken German. Validate your ticket. Next up, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Switzerland is expensive AF. And I'm not talking about just a little pricey. I'm talking about empty your wallet and then some expensive. From the food to the accommodation to just grabbing a cup of coffee, everything seems to cost an arm and a leg. I remember this one time I ordered a simple plate of pasta in this cute little cafe. Nothing fancy, but when I got the bill, my jaw dropped. It was like $90 for pasta, I swear. I almost had a heart attack. So, what's the solution? Budget, my friends, budget. And I don't mean just creating a spreadsheet and hoping for the best. I'm talking about researching affordable accommodation options, cooking some of your own meals, and finding free activities to do. Believe it or not, there are actually a lot of free things to do in Switzerland. You just got to know where to look. Okay, so you've got your train ticket validated. You've budgeted like a boss. Now let's talk about the weather. Switzerland's weather is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. One minute it's sunny and glorious. The next minute it's snowing sideways. I remember this one time I was hiking in the Alps, beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. I'm talking picture-perfect scenery. And then, out of nowhere, this thick fog rolled in. I'm talking can't see your hand in front of your face fog. It was wild. The lesson here? Always, and I mean always, check the weather forecast before you go anywhere. And be prepared for anything. Pack layers, bring a raincoat, and don't forget your sunscreen. Let's talk language barriers. Yeah, Switzerland has 4 official languages: German, French, Italian and Romansh. It can get a little confusing, right? Now, most people in the touristy areas speak English, but venture a little off the beaten path, and you might find yourself in a situation where you need to know a few basic phrases. I'm not saying you need to be fluent, but knowing how to say hello, thank you, excuse me, and where's the bathroom can go a long way. I remember this one time, I was trying to order a coffee in this tiny village, and I couldn't understand a word the barista was saying. I ended up with a cup of tea and a croissant instead of my usual espresso. Not the end of the world, but you get the idea. Last but not least, let's talk about tourist traps. Yes, Switzerland has its fair share of them. You know, those overcrowded, overpriced attractions that everyone and their mother has a selfie in front of. Don't get me wrong, some of them are worth seeing. But don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path and discover the hidden gems that Switzerland has to offer. Talk to locals, ask for recommendations, rent a car and just go explore. I remember this one time I stumbled upon this incredible little cheese shop tucked away in a quiet valley. The cheese was out of this world. And the family who ran the shop was so welcoming, they even invited me to have lunch with them. It was one of the highlights of my trip. But wait, the biggest mistake in Switzerland. What is it? Not planning for the high altitude. Always be prepared for altitude sickness, especially if you're heading to the mountains. Pack some medication, stay hydrated, and take it easy on your first day. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel advice. And as always, stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring. Peace out.